Wisconsin has had its share of mass shootings as well.
Michelle Fiore joins us from one of the worst, the Sikh Temple in Oak Creek, where 6 people died and 4 were wounded. Michelle?
Courtney and Charles, well, 3 years ago, this place of worship became a place of terror. A chaplain who was here back then to help victims shared his thoughts with us today as we try to understand what the people of Oregon may be going through now. The numbers are alarming. Umpqua Community College is the 45th school shooting just this year.
Whenever it's kids, it's always the worst. You know, kids are always the worst.
Greg Young spends his days coaching law enforcement on how to help people deal with the unthinkable.
Those officers, I mean, you know, it affects them too. I mean, you're turning somebody's life upside down. You get them probably the worst news they'll ever hear.
That happened back in 1993 at Wauwatosa West High School. A former student fatally shot the assistant principal. When you look at how a community like Wauwatosa heals, Young says you have to look at what's around.
What support systems are in place for that person, for that community, because that's huge.
Young says a number of crisis counselors will be traveling to Oregon this week. He hopes they'll utilize what's already available because that's what will be there when everyone goes home.
When I go into a situation like that, we're working with people, but we also try to connect them with local resources.
Young expects victims will be dealing with this for years to come. How they get past the worst of it depends on what crises they've dealt with in their own personal lives. And coming up at 6, what Umpqua students and faculty are doing today and what they can be doing in the coming weeks to let the healing begin. Live in Oak Creek, Michelle Fiore, today's TMJ4.
All right, Michelle, thanks.